do you think that the audience is going to notice that I wasn't on show today because I don't have makeup on?
Yeah, you look terrible.
I have the bags under my eyes aren't great.
I'm counting the bags.
Speaking of bags, like stealing bags, because baseball.
I thought you were going to go Jeff Bagwell.
Welcome to the Pitch Clock. Here's the pitch, a two-part baseball segment
combining a nostalgic baseball trivia game and an interview with an expert.
This is the Pitch Clock.
It's another episode of The Pitch Clock.
Hi, everybody.
Here on the Dan Le Batard Show with Stugotz. That's Chris.
Yeah.
I'm Jeremy. Taylor is with us. We'll have Adnan Virk, our monthly 2025 MLB expert, joining us in just a few moments. But first, it's time for Taylor's trivia, and I need at least a little bit of redemption.
Got your ass whoop.
Yeah, last week was truly and utterly, I don't know if I've ever been dominated in a competition.
Go on.
The way that I was last week. It was truly and utterly embarrassing. And we had people DMing us and tweeting at us saying like, hey, was Chris cheating? That's how good he was.
Yeah, that was a belt to ass situation last week. So we're going right back to it.
Relax.
It's 501 darts. You're trying to get as close to zero as possible. Just a reminder, it'll be best of 3. Each round, you guys will get 5 guesses, and you can't go past 0. So if you do go past 0 with a guess, you'll just stay at that number.
All right, so what's our subject this time, Taylor?
So the first round will be home runs as a Met.
What? All right, I'll just go ahead with, do I want a strong one or not? Actually, I'll say David Wright.
So David Wright had 242 home runs as a Met, bringing you down to 259, Jeremy.
Darryl Strawberry. I don't even know if he was a home run hitter.
So Chris, Darryl Strawberry went deep 252 times in his career, bringing you down to 249 after one round. You're within 10 of each other.
So this is now where strategy comes into place, because it's like there are certain people that I'm thinking of that I feel like have to have more than that. And so do you want to just start chipping away? I will start chipping away. Francisco Lindor.
Francisco Lindor has gone deep 136 times in his career as a Met, bringing you down to 123, Jeremy.
That's what I was looking for.
Carlos Delgado.
Ooh.
Carlos Delgado hit 104 home runs as a Met, bringing you down to 145, Chris Cody.
Man, this is kind of close. Our 2025 MLB expert is back with us for the, 5th or 6th time this season, it feels like at this point. Adnan Virk is here. Adnan, first of all, thank you for joining.
Of course, Jeremy, good to see you. I'm glad I'm still leading the clubhouse as far as overall appearances. It's like games played. I got to be that guy for you.
You're blowing everybody out. Regular season record is officially yours. You've clinched. Congratulations. I do have to make a clarification off the top of this before we get into our baseball, because last week, if you go back and listen to the end of the Pitch Clock, I accidentally, with Jason Benetti, said that this would be my last season with the Miami Marlins broadcast. I meant series. This is my first season of hopefully 30. I don't know. I'd like to be on this broadcast for the rest of my life until the day that I die. So let's make it abundantly clear. Marlins broadcast, not the last season. My last series is coming up against the Tigers this weekend, which is perfect synchronicity. But anyway, let's get into some baseball here. I want to talk to you about a couple wild card races, and I want to start in the National League because, hello, San Francisco Giants, apparently you're alive. 12-3 in their last 15 games, going from 7 under to 2 over at the time of this recording. Logan Webb has been remarkable on the mound. I mean, Adnan, what has changed? And do the Giants have a legitimate chance of catching the New York Mets for that final NL wildcard spot?
I do think they have a chance. I don't think it will happen, but you're right, Jeremy, to bring it up that it's been an unbelievable story. The guy I wanted to mention is Elliot Ramos, because Jake Peavy was telling me, because this guy is going to be a superstar for the Giants. It's wow. Because people are not paying enough attention to how good Elliot Ramos is. He's got 17 home runs this year, but really the key for them has been the fact that they can bang. And in the past, it's always been the pitching, no offense. Willie Adames is getting closer to being, I believe he's at 27, the first Giants hitter to have a 30 home run season since Barry Bonds back in 2004. And Rafael Devers as well, Jeremy, has been much better since August 1st on. We know it's been a tumultuous season, but ultimately he's going to be 30 and 100. He'll figure things out there in San Francisco. But you mentioned Webb. I want to close with him. Career high, 201 strikeouts, 184 and 2/3 innings pitched, 28 years of age, 7th season, first Giant with at least 200 strikeouts since Rodon 3 years ago. Webb is that guy, perennially underrated as one of the best pitchers in baseball.
It honestly reminds me a little bit of Jake Peavy, and that he was always one of the best pitchers in the game, but never considered the actual best. So it makes sense that you would bring his name up overall. And anytime you could tell me there's a team that bangs, I'm very excited about it. You look up and down that roster, and hey, I mean, look, at this point, they really are stringing together some really good couple of months amongst a lot of these bats in the order. But let's talk about the American League now, because there's another situation unfolding over there with another team that I believe at the time of this recording has won 12 of their last 16 games, going from 3 under to 5 over. And a relationship between the two. Bruce Bochy's the manager over here with the Texas Rangers, the former Giants manager, and he's always sprinkling some magic all over his teams. It's really spectacular to see what's happening there, particularly as they deal with a slew of injuries. No Nathan Eovaldi, who we spoke about a couple of months ago, Adnan. I mean, I'm going to ask you the same question. What's changed for the Texas Rangers, and do they have a legitimate chance of catching the Mariners for the final wildcard spot in the American League?
So this one's completely baffling, Jeremy. Yes, they have a chance. Yes, they could catch him, but I can't imagine it'll happen. I mean, come hell or high water with these injuries. Now, you mentioned the fact that Eovaldi's out. It's been their best starter. He was in the Cy Young conversation the last time we had spoken. But Seager being out, appendectomy, probably done for the season. Simeon being out. Like, this is insane when you have your best position players and your best pitcher being done. So collectively, they've stepped up big time. Their offense has been great. 12 of 16 they've won, as you mentioned. They've scored at least 4 runs in each win, held a few of them that in those losses, but the offense has been helpful. And that's really been the issue for them much of the season. Now, their pitching's been really good. Jack Leiter's really come on strong now, sub-4 ERA. I think ultimately Texas is a team, I don't want to call it smoke and mirrors because they are winning. And Seattle has been so shaky that window and that door is still open. But I just can't imagine Texas, without having their big-time weapons, being able to get into the playoffs. But you're right about crediting Bruce Bochy, that veteran managerial magic. He's got these guys believing right now, and somehow or some way, this Texas team, I cannot believe they're still in the race, not even for the wild card, but even the division.
It's crazy. I mean, it's really crazy. And you talk about guys like Jacob deGrom and, of course, Merrill Kelly, who's one of my favorites because he looks so much like Roland Shit from Schitt's Creek. But if I were really a person who was being more attentive to the show, I would have talked about Bruce Bochy having magical sprinkled juice, as Dan referred to with someone earlier in the week. I'm going to go with legendary New York Met, Paul Lo Duca.
So Paul Lo Duca hit 14 home runs.
Perfect.
As a Met, bringing you down to 109, Jeremy.
I worry that he's going to say a name.
Mike Piazza.
Oh, no.
He played for the Dodgers, too.
So, Chris, you were at 145. You're going to stay at 145 because Mike Piazza hit 220 home runs as a Met.
Yep. Daniel Murphy.
Daniel Murphy hit 62 home runs as a Met, bringing you down to 47, Jeremy.
All right.
Mike Jacobs.
Mike Jacobs hit 12 home runs as a Met, bringing Chris Cody down to 133.
Didn't he have like a 30 home run season before he was with the Marlins? Or did he go there after us?
So Mike Jacobs hit 11 home runs in 30 games with the Mets in 2005. And then he went back to the Mets in 2010, and in 7 games he hit 1 home run.
I'm trying to think of someone who has not hit a ton of home runs. I almost don't even remember if he played for the Mets, but I'm pretty sure he did toward the end of his career. And if not, I'll just take the 0. Did Edgar Renteria play for the Mets at the end of his career?
That's a weird one.
I'm just trying to get
don't
a
remember
few. I feel like it was near the end, but I might be totally off
Definitely,
base,
he
and there may
obviously
be a
played for the
different shortstop
Cardinals.
that I was thinking of.
So Edgar Renteria never played for the Mets. So, Jeremy, you're going to be at 47.
I have a guy here. I just don't know how long he played for the Mets. In my mind, he played a good 4 or 5 seasons there, so that would be enough if he was like an 18 to 20 home run guy. Jeremy Burnitz.
So Jeremy Burnitz hit 53 home runs, bringing you down to 80. It's going to give Jeremy a 1-0 lead after 1.
Jeremy Burnitz helps Jeremy Taché. If
I almost
Edgar
said
Renteria
Michael
did.
Conforto was the only one that I was like, I almost
Yeah,
went
but
Michael Conforto.
he would have probably won you.
Chris, you were at 133. Michael Conforto hit 132.
That's crazy.
God damn it! Why didn't I?
Are
think
you
I couldn't
kidding?
think of it. It was like on the tip of my tongue, and then it hit me like just now when I was
God
talking to you.
bless. There are other guys who always contribute as we get toward the home stretch of the season and even into the postseason. So there are a lot of guys who come up after that trade deadline and become a part of some of these teams that are still contending to be a part of the postseason. Adnan, who's one of the younger guys that you've seen come up in the last 4 or 5 weeks that you think come the postseason, people don't know him right now, but by the time we're getting to the playoffs, everybody's going to be talking about him?
I'll give you 2 for the price of 1. So everyone better talk about Nolan McLean. This guy's been unbelievable so far as a New York Met. A great pitch game against the Phillies last night. He has everything you want, the tools, the poise, the command. He's going to start meaningful playoff games for the New York Mets in the playoffs. Jonah Tong, fellow Canadian from Markham, Ontario, is going to start, I believe, a critical spot for the New York Mets. So these guys just got called up. These guys could be really starring on Broadway for New York.
I think that's actually, first of all, starring on Broadway. You know I love that line right there. But second of all, to have these young arms going in who don't know any better and are just going to say, all right, here's my best. It's sometimes better than having those guys who have been a little bit disappointing but are the higher paid players. It could be a lot of fun. It makes the Mets an even more likable team than they were before. But all right, time to get to our golden era of baseball star of the week. There are several guys that we can highlight here, Adnan. I'm going to give you 3 names, and you're going to choose one of them. So we've got 2 of the best nicknames in sports are the first 2. The Big Dumper, Cal Raleigh, and I know we've talked about him before, but he's getting that much closer to tying and breaking Ken Griffey Jr.'s single-season home run record for the Mariners. He's at 53 at the time of this recording. Then there's the Pasquatch, Vinny Pasquantino, who we haven't spoken about, I think, since you predicted the Royals would be going to the World Series at the very beginning of the year, because he had an awful first half, really started to heat up toward the end, but 14 of his 29 homers here in the second half of this season. He's been great for the Royals, got them back into the wild card mix a little bit. And then, of course, there's Bo Bichette, who I think this is the first time I'm mentioning his name this season, and that is a travesty by me, because he has bounced back in a big way from a disappointing season last year, dealing with injuries, dealing with a lack of success. Take your pick. Vinny, Cal, Bo Bichette.
I'm all about Bo Bichette, man. This guy's unbelievable. As you said, he's going to potentially win a batting title. I believe he's going to lead the major leagues in hits. At least by defensive metrics, he's fine. But really what he's done offensively is amazing. The guy's been awesome. And especially Bo late in the season, August, September, he takes off. He's always done that. He's the Robin to Vlad Jr.'s Batman, who's flirting with 300, 400 on base, 500 slug. This Jays team right now, it's going to be precarious down the stretch. The Yankees are right there, so are the Red Sox. But Bo Bichette's an outstanding player. He's a pending free agent. He is going to get taken care of either by the Blue Jays, or my prediction is maybe he goes to the Dodgers, maybe he goes to the Braves. Great relationship with Alex Anthopoulos there with Toronto. So I'm with you, man. Bo doesn't get enough love, but that guy's an absolute stud.
He has been absolutely spectacular, like you mentioned, and I don't think that there's been a single hitter this season of which I've been on a broadcast that Tommy Hutton, the great Tommy Hutton, has been more impressed with than Bo Bichette. He was really blown away with his approach and his success when he was down here in Miami. Hey, my last series of Marlins baseball is coming up this weekend against the Tigers. I hope all of you watch that. And, of course, always watch Adnan Virk on MLB Network. Adnan, thank you so much for joining us, and I'm sure we'll see you as we get a little bit closer to the playoffs, or maybe even that first week of playoff baseball.
I was about to say playoffs. I'm going to be with you daily, whether or not you like it or not.
Absolutely.
Go buy my book, Cinephile, available wherever books are sold. Thank you, buddy.
I own that book. You should too. Now let's get back to this game between myself and Chris. All right, let's get to round 2. What are we doing? I want to get a win.
This category is going to be home runs as a Red Sox.
Ooh,
This is better.
I'm saying ooh a lot, and that's because I'm really excited about this. Chris, go for it.
Trot Nixon.
Trot Nixon hit 133 home runs as a Red Sox, bringing you to 368, Chris Cody.
That's a fun one. I'll just knock out a chunk. Manny Ramirez.
I'm going to put yourself in a spot where you need like 82 home runs.
Manny Ramirez hit 274 home runs as a Red Sox, bringing you down to 227, Jeremy.
I might screw myself here, but I don't think he hit that many. Mo Vaughn.
Mo Vaughn.
So Mo Vaughn hit 230 home runs as a Red Sox, bringing you down to 138, Chris Cody.
I'm just going to try to get a little chunk out, just a tiny little bit here. Let's go Dustin Pedroia.
So Dustin Pedroia hit 140 home runs as a Red Sox, bringing you down to 87, Jeremy.
Uh-oh. Okay.
I'm going to get crazy here. This
Shoot.
guy could be over, but he also could be right on the money, and I could have it another walk-off here. Nomar.
So, Chris, you're at 138, and you're going to stay at 138 because Nomar Garciaparra hit 178 as a Red Sox.
Damn.
Good for Nomar.
So I
huh?
was-
Sneaky power.
Wow.
Married to Mia Hamm. All right, 87 homers. This is a complicated one. Johnny Damon.
Johnny Damon hit 56 home runs as a Red Sox, bringing you down to 31, Jeremy.
Rafael Devers.
Rafael Devers hit 215 home
Good
as a Red Sox.
Lord, Rafael Devers.
Damn, dude.
That guy's
Chris.
a home run hitter.
You're going to stay at 138.
I think I just need to get closer to 0. I don't want to try to get exact. I'm gonna go Roman Anthony.
Jeremy, you're going to chip away. Roman Anthony has hit 8 home runs as a Red Sox, bringing you down to 23.
I'll take it. I thought it was more. I did, but I'll take 23 given the circumstances. You got a window here, man. If you get, it's what, 115, between 115 and 138. You win.
I'm going to say a name that I'm not going with. It's like a Red Sox. I would probably call him a Red Sox legend, but I don't think of him as a huge home run hitter. But he played so long there that I feel like he had to have had that. So I'm not going to say Jason Varitek. Even though I think that I don't see him as a huge home run guy. I feel like he could be around there, but he's probably got more. So I'm going to go with, instead of Jason Varitek, Mike Lowell.
That's pretty good.
Mike Lowell hit 80 home runs as a Red Sox. Jeremy 2-0.
Go!
Damn it.
Yes!
So, Chris, when you were at 138, the name that I thought you were thinking of was Mookie Betts. So when you were at 138, I looked up Mookie Betts, 139.
Oh, boy. The story of this episode of The Pitch Clock is that I'm finally a winner. Chris, no longer a cheater. DM me about this, guys. I'm excited. I won, and
I hate you.
love you too.